Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Hybrid Now. Did a little mod, had a little mod done to the new Toyota Prius back here. And if you're new to the channel, and thanks for stopping by, please hit the subscribe button. This is a 2023 Toyota Prius Limited in cutting edge, all-wheel drive. So what I did today, I took it in to D-Tronics, a local place here in Harlingen, Texas, and had the windows tinted. I'm going to go over what exactly I had put on in just a minute, but let's take a look. The best part, I think it came out awesome. The car looks awesome anyway, but when you add window tint to it, oh man, it is fantastic. You can see on this car we had to do both the front little windows here, of course, the passenger side, the rear passenger side, and then even back here on the tailgate, of course we have to do that. Now, what I did, when I called them, they asked me if it had a glass roof. I do have the glass roof, and apparently a glass roof can make it more difficult if it's not a hatchback like this. Since it is a hatchback and it opens up, it was no big deal. So if you're looking to have yours tinted and they ask you whether it has a glass roof or not, if you have that option, no fear, no big deal, not a problem. I did not have the roof tinted. I could have, but I decided since it has covers in it, there's no reason really to do that, spend extra money, you know. Here's a look at the driver's side. Looks just as good. Any guesses as to what percentage I did yet? Now, I did not do the windshield. I'm not a big fan of windshield tinting unless it's just clear to cut down on the sun. I didn't see any reason to do that. I never have and probably never will. We shall see. So one thing I wanted to do was step inside, let you guys see what it looks like inside the car. Not a lot of YouTubers do that. I think they generally concentrate on what it looks like on the outside, but is it dark on the inside now? So let's take a step in here, trying to not hit my head and keep the camera from hitting anything. Now we'll shut the door. Love that smell. Whatever they used, it has a pretty nice smell in here. It's probably a little bit darker than it would be if the car was flat. I'm kind of on an incline right now, pointing uphill, so the sun's not hitting how it normally would. Let's go ahead and open up that sunroof. And there you can see we've got that open. It's not really a sunroof. I guess it's more of a just a glass roof. I don't know. But there it is open. And then we'll go ahead and close it. And man, can I feel the heat beating in through that. If I was going to leave them open all the time, or maybe didn't have the covers up there, I probably would tint it. That's one big fear I had in getting a car that has a glass, clear, or see-through roof, is how hot it would be inside, until I saw that it had covers and it was no big deal. So let's take a look out the side, and it's a little hazy right now because it has to dry out, right? But that's what it looks like through the passenger side. And here at eye level, if I was looking off, you know, if for traffic or whatever, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I would roll the window down, but you can't do that for at least 48 hours, longer if you live in a cooler climate. But I can open the door. There you go. You can see what it looks like now. And if it were just almost clear, that's what it would look like without the tint. So there's a pretty good shot. You can see the tinted window there, and then just clear here. And by the way, no window is clear. They come with a little bit of a tint from the factory anyway, so you're going to have a little bit of that no matter what. But that's clear, that's tinted, and here's what it looks like, again, closed. Now, let's head into the garage. I've got the paperwork on it. I'll let you know what it cost me and exactly what I put on. I went a little bit different than what I'm seeing a lot of folks doing, so something to take note of, I guess, if you're interested and you want to save just a little bit of money. Okay, let's take a look at what I actually had done. I'll show you the paperwork. You guys can see right here. They have the year wrong on it. They say it's a 2022. It's actually a 2023 Prius. Down here, They've got the particular type of film. They say it's a C3MCS. It's their color fast, maybe that's what it means, or color sure, film. It is 3M again. I had done 20% all the way around. Of course, it has a lifetime warranty on it. I think that's important if you're going to keep the car for a while. And then the cost, $305 to have the whole car done. That's everything except for the front window and the glass roof, I guess. Down here it says 3M-CS lifetime warranty for cracking, blistering, bubbles, delaminating, or fade to purple tint. Do not roll the windows down for 48 hours. As I mentioned, I usually go about 4 days just to be sure that, you know, everything is golden. And that's it. Pretty darn simple. Now, a tip I'll give you, if it happens to be sunny for a little while where you live, it's best to leave the car parked outside in the sun. That will make the drying time quicker and allow you to be able to jump back in and roll the windows down. And that's key. Make sure you do not roll the windows down until at least 48 hours, for me 4 days, just so that you don't disrupt that film. Obviously, you just spent $300 or more to have it put on. You don't want to ruin the film. Now, one thing I do want to mention, ceramic coat versus non, or ceramic tint versus non. I never go with ceramic. I never have. I don't know. They say it's more durable. They say that it cuts down on the heat a little bit more, and it probably does. I have no doubt. But it's also a heck of a lot more expensive. And if you don't keep the car for a long, long time, you define that, is it really worth it? Because this stuff works just fine. I've done it on all my vehicles, every one that I've ever tinted. I've never gone with ceramic coating. I don't really see a need. I'm sure it has a benefit, again, if you're in the car a lot or you do a lot of cross-country traveling where it's bright sun beating in for hours and hours, I can see that. But for just a commuter or occasional use car, I really don't see any reason to do that. Now, one other thing, you want to make sure, give it a good look over so that you don't have any bubbles or anything in it when you leave the tinter. There shouldn't be any bubbles, at least nothing significant. I mean, you might have some little pinprick kind of thing, and those should dry out when it dries. But don't let anybody tell you you should have a quarter size bubble or something in your tint. There's no way that should happen. One other thing I do want to mention, something I discovered when I had a different car done years ago. Sometimes they have to pull the door panels off so that they can get that film down below the threshold, I guess, of the rubber or the window. At least that's why I assume they do it. Make sure you check your doors that they're put back on properly. Years ago when I had one done at a different place, they didn't get the door card back on right. They actually put it on over the holder that it kind of slips into. So I had a gap that drove me nuts until I figured out why. I thought it was a manufacturing defect. It wasn't. It was from the tinter. So I had to pull that door card off myself. I mean, I could have taken it back, I guess. But I pulled the door card off myself and actually slipped it back over the holder like it was supposed to be. Just something to look out for. It's really the only area other than maybe denting your car or running into something that you should have any trouble with. I can't see anything like that. So anyway, very happy I did it. Love the looks of the car now. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Better now or before? I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.